Hello everybody, thanks for coming. We are doing something different this time, a little special treat. Going to be showing some cheesy and dated vintage album covers. First of all, I'd like to have a few thanks to some people. My boys at Spektrum Music, Wichita, Kansas, one of the best music stores in the world. If it wasn't for those guys, I'd be a millionaire. So that's how much money I spent with them, but I love them all. And I'd like to thank my brother Addem Beehu, who has been doing the photography and the lighting. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, thank you for all your subscriptions and likes and comments. Let's start with this beauty right here. Now this is talking about the love of God, and it's the Merton sisters. And I just love this cover. As Adam brought out earlier, flash photography was good enough for them. I guess they didn't believe in diffuse lighting or slave units or umbrella flash. Get the glare out of there. Can everybody see that? Okay, so I just love this cover. It's very beautiful, and when you look at them, if you're in a bad mood, you won't be in a bad mood anymore. And also in the line of family photos for albums, this is the Boone family. Of course, we all have heard of Pat Boone. This is his wife and children. The consensus is we believe that one there is Debbie, who later released a hit in the late 70s, You Light Up My Life, which was the biggest selling song that year. And here we have an album. This is Bonjour Paris. This is one of those great cheesy covers, kind of the music from, I haven't heard of any of these songs, but mostly music to celebrate Paris, France. But I love the cover. Right now we have Danny Davis and the Nashville Brass. This is How I Love Them Old Songs. That's a crazy cover. On the back, it looks like he's getting ready to poison your beer or something, but it's kind of a fun cover. Here we have the Dayspring Trio. You can imagine what kind of music's in that. We have Love That by Bert Kaempfert. It's a nice little cover.
That's nice.
Yep, beautiful. It's got a beautiful bike and beautiful seagulls, but I can't seem to figure out what else is beautiful about this record. All right, here's a cheesy one that should be in the Rocket albums, but this cover is just incredibly cheesy. Anytime you have a record cover in which you can actually play chess on, you really got a special find. The story behind the name Chubby Checker is he was talking to Dick Clark's wife, and she said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Chubby." And what they decided was, since there is a Fats domino out there, there might as well be a Chubby Checker, and hence he got his name. So I think everybody's familiar with the song The Twist. Here's a really good one. This is Everybody Sing. Adds zest to your party. And that's the problem with parties nowadays, is they don't have enough zest. But this is the gentleman's name is Guy Cherney. From the Ventures, we have one here. This is called Let's Go. I love the expression on her face. The Ventures, of course, were the ones responsible for the song Wipeout. Anytime somebody buys a drum, they always got to learn how to play Wipeout. And here we have Hold On. It's D. Clark. Cheesy cover. I have no idea who this guy is. I'll bet she doesn't even have an idea who D. Clark is, but one of these days when I'm brave enough or drunk enough, I'll listen to it. Here we have the Kirby Stone 4, Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. This group will be opening for Metallica, that's what I hear. Just kidding. But they look like a fun bunch of guys. They don't make album covers like this anymore, thank God. This album cover is actually more vintage than dated or cheesy. There's a very beautiful lady on the cover. And this is a Bouquet of Love, the Percy Faith Orchestra. And Percy Faith was very prolific when it comes to releasing albums. Now let's move over to the Western themed albums. This is Tragic Tales of Love and Hate by Cowboy Copus. That cover is just amazingly cheesy. And there's some more. Then we have Carl Smith, The Tall, Tall Gentleman. I love that cover, actually. It's a nice photograph, a beautiful horse.
That is nice.
Yeah, it is nice, yeah. This guy here, this is Ringo. kind of the same motif. Ringo, on the other hand, unlike the tall, tall gentleman, this dude looks like he'll jack you up if you're not careful. This album was put out by a group of the Deputies featuring Big Bad John Bonanza. So with names like that, you know what kind of music you're in for. I'm not sure, but Lauren Green from Bonanza released a song called Ringo or Rango. I may be wrong, but I'm wondering if this is the same song. Now this one here is Dance Party. On a single record set, there are 23 songs. This must have been the punk rock album of their time. But I kind of do want to listen to this one because you know there's going to be some really classy music in that. And I love that cover, very beautiful, very vibrant. If the music's not vibrant, the covers are. This is Billy Vaughn, probably know the orchestra leader. He plays Cimarron, Blue Moon, and Smells Like Teen Spirit. Somebody should do an album like that where they have vintage music playing modern songs, but this guy looks like he's a really happening fella. Of course, a lot of us may have heard of Stevie Lawrence. This is Portrait of My Love, and I'm wondering how many young girls bought this album and took it home and said, what a dreamboat. But there's Steve Lawrence. Actually, he was a good singer. He used to make a lot of appearances on the Carol Burnett Show and other variety shows, and he was married to Edie Gourmet. And this one here is Fred Warren. I wonder how many senior citizens brought his album home and thought, wow, what a dreamboat. But I've never heard of this fella. But he looks like he's very sophisticated, but another one of my favorite cheesy album covers. This one's not so much cheesy as vintage. This is Les and Larry Elgart. I never heard of these fellas. Obviously a trumpet player and a sax player. So this one actually might be pretty good. And as you can see, this isn't their first rodeo. Coming up, we have another beautiful cover. This is Moonlight Becomes You. Paul Weston. Love that. So I'm going to use the word again. This is so vibrant. But it's mood, music, and hi-fi. Hi-fi was the term of that time. Coming up, we have Ray Conniff. Softful nice. And I'm pretty sure these people all voted for Eisenhower. I don't know. There you go. There's Ray Conniff, Hard at Work. Here's another Ray Conniff. This is marvelous. He seemed to have a theme with those titles. And I know I'm poking fun at some of these people and their music, but it's all good fun. With a great album cover.
They were quite hip back in their day.
Yeah, that's right. And this is another Ray Conniff. I write the songs. Ray Conniff must have been the Rob Zombie of his day, because this guy really was cooking. It's another great cover. Oh, there she is on the back. Kind of reminds me of Nancy Sinatra, just a little. Now this actually is a seriously good album, and it should belong into the jazz section, but the cover is what I like about this. These two guys look like somebody reminded them that today was payday. But everyone knows Bing Crosby, and this gentleman here is Bob Scobie. Great singer. If you've heard the song White Christmas, I need not say anymore. But this is a really good vintage album cover. Here's another one from The Ventures, I Walk the Line. Look at this one here. That's a beautiful cover there. This is Fred Carl's. This is Sweethearts. Most of these you get at thrift stores for just pennies. But it's nice to be able to have the option to buy music, save a lot of money, and discover the world you're living in, or the world that you didn't live in. And this is Ron Goodwin's Swinging Sweethearts. Sweethearts must have been the operative term back in the day. But this album here makes it painfully obvious that it was recorded in the United Kingdom. There's a double-decker bus, and there's the jolly good folks there. Okay, well that should do it for now, but trust me, there are a lot more of these to come. Probably in a couple of weeks you'll be seeing some more. And I hope you've enjoyed what you watched. If you have any questions, or better yet, if you would like for me to listen to one of these albums and let you know what they sound like, I'll be happy to do that. Once again, thanks for joining me, and have a good day.